Hello, Princeton. So, yes, last week we were having trouble with negative exponents. So, today we're going to be doing some review with what to do when we have negative exponents and need to use our laws of exponents. So, the first thing we're going to do is go over 4 problems together. So, take notes while I write them on the board. The first problem we are going to solve for to the negative third. Solve is the same as value, so we are trying to find the value of 4 to the negative third. So when I have my answer, I don't want to have any exponents in this. So the first thing I want to do is expand 4 to the negative third. My exponent is negative. So does that mean that my answer is going to be negative? No, that negative exponent tells me that when I expand it, I write it as a fraction because I'm doing the opposite of multiplication. I'm dividing. Division is the same as what? A fraction. So I have 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. All right, so when I multiply across the top and across the bottom. So on top, I have 1. On the bottom, I have 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is going to give us 64. My answer is going to be a fraction. Why is it going to be a fraction? Right, because my exponent is negative, so it'll be 1/64. All right. Now for my next problem, I want us to expand 2 to the third times 2 to the negative fourth. So first I'm going to expand my first term. This is 3 to the negative fourth. So I'll have 2 times 2 times 2, because I have a positive exponent, so my base will stay the same. My second one, I have a negative exponent. What does that mean? Right, it means that I'll be multiplying by a fraction because it's the same as division. I'm multiplying by 1/3 4 times. Okay, so a lot of you guys are getting this far in expanding and then don't know how to combine these together. I'm doing multiplication, so whatever I can just combine all my numerators and all my denominators. So 2, we want to make it into a fraction, becomes 2/1. So now, as my numerator, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. The ones don't matter because it'll just make our answer stay the same. So I can put my numerators 2 times 2 times 2. Over my denominators, I have my 4 3's in my denominator. So expanded, it is 2 times 2 times 2 over 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. All right, for a third problem, and this is where a lot of us are getting tripped up. So we have 1/3 to the negative 4. So when I have a negative exponent, it tells me what? Right? It tells me to write it as a fraction because it's division. So when I have this, it's already as a fraction though. So I'm actually going to have something that looks kind of tricky. I'll have a double fraction because this part becomes 1/3 to the fourth. This fraction bar right here, what does that tell you to do? Yes, it tells you to divide. So this is the same as writing it like this, right? Because I'm doing division. So I can rewrite this because I'm multiplying by a fraction. First, I need to make my first term into a fraction by putting it over 1. Then I can rewrite it using keep, multiply, flip. And now I have multiply across the top, 3 to the fourth, multiply across the bottom, 1, which is the same as 3 to the fourth. So all I really did was flipped this and got rid of the negative. All right, final problem. We have simplify simplify 5 over 5 to the 6th. So there are 2 ways I can do this one. The first way is to expand it. So I have 2 5s on top and 6 5s on the bottom. Now I'm going to cross off 2 pairs of 5s because that's the same as multiplying by 1. Then I can do that one more time. I have 4 5s left. Are these 5s in my numerator or my denominator? Right, they are in my denominator. So my denominator is going to be 5 to the 4th. What's my numerator going to be? Yeah, my numerator will be 1 because when we canceled all those out, what we were just saying was that was equal to 1. So my numerator is 1. So I have 1 over 5 to the 4th. This is written as a fraction. How else can I write this? Right, I can write this as a negative exponent because negative exponents will get you to a fraction. So it's 5 to the negative 4. Another way to do this is to use our division rules. So I can just have 5 to the 2 minus 6, which would be 5 to the negative 4. So it just gets us there a step faster. So our answer is 5 to the negative 4. Go ahead, finish up as much of the worksheet as you can before you guys come up front, and then we'll go over some more exponents up front. Good luck.